Good morning, everyone. This is Sunday, August 16th, 2020. Yeah, we want to start out today talking about a few issues that I've seen come across news reports, national and local news. The first issue is the postal system. One thing we want to understand about our postal system, they've been around for decades. They've, without a doubt, been a lifeline of a lot of people. Getting your prescriptions, getting your Social Security, getting your IRS tax, getting your IRS bills, and so on and so forth. But we got a problem now that the virus in the White House doesn't want the nation to use vote by mail, although he's been using it for years, and there's quite a few states have been using it for years. So what we have to understand is that why would somebody not want the people of this country who pay taxes to be able to exercise their right and vote by mail? Well, you got two guesses. Number one, it can't be hacked. Number two, it favors the other party. Now, here's the thing. If it favored him, he had no problems with it. But he realizes that, by making it easier to cast your ballot as an American, he could be in trouble. But the thing of it is, he's been in trouble since he came into that position. And so you got to look at things around that's going on around the world, man. Actually, well, let's just stay in the U.S. right now. Look what's been happening in the U.S. You got certain governors who side with the virus in the White House that they should open up, open up bars, let people go back to the beaches, let them mingle it up without having a clear and present reaction to a major outbreak. Here we are now, over 100, almost 170,000 people dead. I think we've lost over 170,000 Americans to this COVID-19. And this guy still refuses to take the leadership and tackle this problem. Instead, he's hoping that most of the people that are dying from this virus were the people that didn't vote for him anyway. That's kind of hard to say, but when you look at the facts, they point right to that. Now, like I said, these governors that follow the virus in the White House are also part of this. So you got one of those governors, you need to be tearing up his phone lines, tearing up his email, and letting him know your displeasure. Because if you allow this to continue, not only will there be more deaths, and it's predicted anyway, the same people that's following the virus in the White House are going to try to get you out there and get you exposed. So you got to be diligent about this because this virus is no joke, and it's everywhere and it's still here. But like I said, don't fall for that, the sour cake. Always wear your mask, and if you're not an essential worker, just stay at home. Just chill out, and hopefully, all that, all this devilish in this world will soon pass. But anyway, let's go to another subject real quick. Schools. Now, once again, you have these governors who are with this guy in the White House, also nicknamed the virus in the White House. That's not forcing your kids to go in, but they're trying to, push the fact that it's better to be out there in it, in class, learning, rather than online. Yes, we know that, but we have a pandemic, and some of these states are trying to force these kids back to school. Are the worst with the pandemic? You got to understand. Here again, they're siding with the virus in the White House. They want people to get sick. They want you to go out there and get scared and not show up to the polls. That's what this is all about. And I told you from the beginning, only those who prosper from the death of Americans are the ones responsible for this pandemic. Once again, be diligent. Don't be a fool out there. Don't fall for the sour cake. Okay, college sports. College sports, man, I tell you what. I feel for all athletes, especially at the early high school level, on up to the pro level because none of us asked for this. You know, we have a lot of young, great athletes who can't showcase their talents because of the pandemic. So you have to be two-sided about this. We see the NBA so far, they're handling that situation because they don't go anywhere except to the court and to the rooms. You know, that's totally different. They're not exposed to a lot of different individuals they may come in contact with if they are back at their cities. So, what we have to understand is that in college football, college baseball, college basketball, all college sports where you have contact, if you can't be in a bubble, you're taking a heck of a risk. You know, I applaud the Big Ten and it was Pac-12 that decided to hold off their seasons for a while. And I think all college major sports should do the same because the pandemic is not going away just yet. And by exposing those young people and even the coaches, you know, you ask for problems because the pandemic is still here. Now you got to ask yourself, what coaches, what conferences are still trying to push the initiative? Are they with the virus in the White House? You got to ask yourself that. You know, I don't want to see these young people get sick and die or just get sick and can't, you know, play their choice of athletics again. But it's a situation that could happen, and it could happen quickly, as it has happened in the state of Georgia. Not only did 2 coaches already pass away, but they got athletes that are sick. The state of Georgia is lousy about protecting their people there. The state of Florida is lousy by protecting their people. The state of Texas is lousy. It goes on and on. These southern states, these states that side with the virus in the White House. You got to understand that, people. You know, it's not basic math. It's just math. Math doesn't lie. And you got to understand that we as people, you know, who elect these people to represent us, try to protect us, help us not only prosper as, you know, working people of this country, they don't have our best interest. They want that virus here. They don't want you out voting. It's a shame. And when I call those people, I call them white folks. White folks don't want anybody other than white folks to prosper in this country. So you got to understand something. But we got some black folks that agree with some white folks. The good thing is, that's only about 2% of America. The rest of the people in this world, the rest of the people in America, we know better. We know what life is, and we know how to get along with each other. We're going to let those 2%, you know, that think they know it all, you know, have their little 2% of whatever they're searching for. And the rest of us are going to come together and get this world turned around and get it straightened out. So, the next issue, the economy. Well. The virus in the White House came into a very, very good economy. And what he failed to do was lead. He thought he was the king of America. And he still thinks that. And I don't know why those people around him haven't told him that we don't have a system like that in place. But they won't tell him. Well, anyway, the economy is not doing all that well because of the pandemic that is still here. And to try to force people back to work and force them out into that the atmosphere of the pandemic, if you have no clear way to protect people other than masks and distancing, we still need to look at what's going on. We got to go back and say, hey, this is not working totally. It works a little bit, but not totally. Some businesses it doesn't work at all. So what we have to do is look at ourselves and say, hey, look, are we going to tackle this as a country? Tackle this as a state, tackle this as an individual, you know, there'll be a lot of failure. We got to tackle this together as Americans. So, also, let's talk about COVID-19. Now, we know that African Americans, you know, Latinos, Mexican Americans, you know, whatever you identify with, you know, Hispanic, people of color, you know, we're having the most issues with this. Seems to be attacking us more than others. Isn't that ironic? The virus in the White House, he don't care. He don't care because it makes white folks look good. Now, if this virus was attacking mostly white people, we would probably have I wouldn't say a cure, but I'm sure we'd had a vaccine probably a couple months ago. You understand what I'm saying here? I'm not saying it's a black and white issue. I'm saying it's a human issue. It's a human issue. And when this virus in the White House keeps projecting that it's a white and black thing, and those white folks keep siding with him, you're on the wrong side of history. I'm sorry. You're on the wrong side of history. And time will tell when all this comes to play, all this comes out. Like I said, when it comes out in the wash, and it's coming out, we'll find out who did this, why they did this, and how we're going to correct it. And we're going to correct it as a people. And we're going to correct it in November. So I just want you to understand one thing, that no matter who does win this world and this America will never be the same again. We got to make this a people issue, a human issue, and not a white folks or black folks issue. This is M. Ray signing out saying, we'll talk to you soon. Peace, love everybody, be safe, keep juicing, keep your mask on. We're going to get this mess straightened out. Have a good day.